Our itinerary was absolutely brilliant from the moment we arrived to the last day was absolutely brilliant, and Chris and his team ran it pretty well. There were absolutely no logistical nightmares that everybody says something about, and that was a great thing for myself as the T.I.C and as a coach, for me to relax. And our itinerary was a mix of activities that challenged our boys, and then also a mix of getting to know the local people, and that was part of our philosophy beyond the tour as well, to make sure that we get that as well. And then we had 2 games which were absolutely brilliant. As a person that normally organises things back home, it was nice for me to just sit back and relax. Chris and them had it in hand from the start. When you do tour internationally, you do worry about you know, the medical needs and how my boys going to be looked after. We had 2 injuries, unfortunately. They weren't massive, but Chris and Lauren were able to stay with the boys and offer medical support that was second to none, even better than we have in Melbourne. And our parents were very happy with that, and if parents are happy that their boys are safe, that means that they will send their boys on tour again. So match day experience was very well organised, and the referees were brilliant. The boys were very good, and the connection made afterwards with the lunches were superb. Yeah, so obviously the rugby is our main priority, but for us the main priority was actually the cultural connection and giving back to a community, and right throughout Chris and them were able to link us up with that. There wasn't any hesitation in what we wanted, and Chris and them were happy to tailor-made it. And our communication was always good with Chris and them, and if there was something that we needed to change in our itinerary, they made sure that was done, and we made sure that obviously it stayed true to what we wanted. And also we wanted things to be authentic, and that was a big thing for us. Our tour guides were second to none. From the moment we stepped off the plane and we got onto the bus, and with the nice cold water when the heat hit you, that was very good. What we quite like is that Chris and his team employ local people as well, and we had 2 local lads, Aquila and William, as part of that, and from the off those 2 boys bonded with our boys, which made a big difference, and by day 3 they almost knew the boys' names, and that personal connection made it really nice for our boys to have as well. The Fijian people are amazing. From the first Bula to Nivaka, it's absolutely brilliant. And I mentioned before this, we wanted authenticity, and nothing in this was not authentic. From the moment you wake up and until you go to bed, and every activity you be part of, it's genuine. There's nothing pretentious about it, and that's the Fijian people, and we loved it, and that's why we wanted to come here. Absolutely, and not only did they deliver, it went beyond expectations for us. Lauren, you can see that she used to be obviously a teacher, and the way she runs these activities with the community engagement was absolutely brilliant. The day spent at the primary school was brilliant. You know, the boys really made a connection, and again it was genuine, and the kids loved it, and it's a mutual benefit for us, and we hope that continues, and we hope to make that link as well. But Chris and them do a good job in a sense of that they're already here and they're already established, and you can feel that as well. The community feel that they add value to what they're doing as well, and that makes it good. We didn't feel like that we are stepping into something, we rather stepped into something that's already established, and that settled us, and that settled the boys as well. I think everything was a highlight, to be honest. From the games, the speedboats were good, and the game days were good, but I think the connections that the boys have made were definitely a highlight, and the way that the boys can walk away from here, you know, being new Instagram friends with some of the boys, I think that says a lot. I think for them being confident in after games, making sure that everybody is okay, that for us was pretty much the highlight. It's difficult to pick something out. I think our tour was so well organised that everything was very good. Without a doubt, I don't think that's even a difficult question to answer. Somebody said before we left, there's a lot of cowboys out there that they just leave you and you have to fend for yourself, and we didn't feel that way. We felt supported, and Chris, even though he's got a young family, helped us out until 7:30 and late at night, and even when we had a injury, he was the first one there, and Lauren spent some time with our boy today, and that means a lot for us, and that means, without a doubt, I can recommend this to any school, not just Victorian schools, but any school that wants to have a closer flight with well connections, that's genuine and authentic. It's a no-brainer for us.